Hey everyone, it's your name, and let's be real, we've all been there. You pour your heart and soul into creating amazing content, but it feels like no one's seeing it. The problem might not be your content, but what comes before it, your headline. Headlines are the first impression, the digital handshake that makes or breaks your content's success. A strong headline grabs attention, piques curiosity, and most importantly, compels people to click. Think about it, you're scrolling through hundreds of posts and videos every single day. What makes you stop on one over another? It's a captivating headline. In fact, 80% of readers never make it past the headline. Let me repeat that. 80% won't even click if your headline doesn't immediately resonate. So, if you're ready to master the art of writing headlines that get those clicks, you're in the right place. Let's kick things off with a classic The How to headline. This type of headline has been a staple in content creation for years, and for good reason. It's straightforward, it's clear, and it immediately tells the reader what they're going to learn or achieve. This format is a winner for a reason. It's not just about the promise of information, it's about the promise of transformation. When people see a how-to headline, they're drawn in by the potential for change, for improvement, for success. It promises a solution, a clear path to achieving something desirable. Whether it's learning a new skill, solving a problem, or achieving a goal, the how-to headline sets the stage for a journey from point A to point B, and when you combine it with a specific time frame, that's when the magic really happens. Adding a time-bound element to your headline not only makes it more specific but also adds a sense of urgency and excitement. That's when things get really interesting. People are naturally drawn to challenges and deadlines. It's human nature to want to see results quickly, and a time-bound headline taps into that desire. Think about it. How to double your website. Traffic is good, but it's a bit vague. It leaves the reader wondering, how long will this take? Is it achievable? But how to double your website traffic in 60 days? That's specific, it's challenging, it creates urgency. It gives the reader a clear time frame to work within, which can be incredibly motivating. People love a challenge and they love seeing quick results. When you set a specific time frame, you're not just giving them a goal, you're giving them a deadline, a sense of urgency that can drive action. This formula taps into that desire, making your content irresistible. Remember, specificity sells. The more detailed and precise your headline, the more likely it is to catch someone's eye and make them want to click. Don't be afraid to get granular with your headlines. Detail is your friend. The more specific you are, the more credible and appealing your content becomes. It shows that you've put thought and effort into your content, and that you have a clear plan for your reader to follow. The more specific you are, the more credible and appealing your content becomes. Specificity builds trust. When readers see a detailed headline, they're more likely to believe that the content will deliver on its promise. Now I know what you're thinking. What if it takes longer than 60 days? That's okay. The point is to create that initial hook. Once you've got their attention, you can guide them through the process, even if it takes a bit longer. The point is to create that initial hook. A compelling headline is like a fishing hook. It grabs attention and pulls the reader in. Once they're hooked, they're more likely to stay and engage with your content. Over-deliver in your content, and your audience will appreciate the value you provide, regardless of the time frame. When you exceed their expectations, they'll remember you, trust you, and keep coming back for more. So next time you're crafting a headline, remember the power of how-to and the impact of a time-bound promise. Use these tools to create compelling, irresistible content that draws readers in and keeps them engaged. Next up, we've got the king of clickbait, the listicle. Listicles are everywhere and they have become a staple in online content. But why are they so popular? What makes them so effective in grabbing our attention and keeping us engaged? X ways to solve a problem. Headlines are everywhere, and for good reason. They break down complex information into bite-sized, manageable chunks. This makes it easier for readers to process and understand the content quickly. Our brains love lists. They provide structure. They're easy to digest and they promise actionable takeaways. Lists help us organize information in a way that feels less overwhelming. This is especially important in today's fast-paced world where attention spans are shorter than ever. Plus, the number in the headline acts as a psychological trigger. It sets expectations and makes the content feel manageable. When we see a number, we know exactly what we're getting into, and it gives us a sense of control over the information we're about to consume. When crafting a listicle headline, focus on a specific problem your target audience faces. Think about the issues that keep them up at night and how you can provide solutions. The more specific you can be, the better. The more relatable and painful the problem, the more likely they are to click. People are naturally drawn to content that speaks directly to their experiences and offers hope for a resolution. For example, instead of tips for better sleep, try 7 surprising reasons you can't sleep, and how to fix them. This headline not only identifies a common problem but also promises unexpected insights and practical solutions. See the difference? The second headline is more specific. It highlights a problem and it promises solutions. This makes it more compelling and likely to attract clicks. Remember, your headline is a promise to your reader. It's a commitment that the content will deliver on the expectations set by the headline. Failing to do so can lead to disappointment and a loss of trust. Make sure you deliver on that promise with valuable, actionable content. Each point in your list should provide clear, practical advice that your audience can apply to their own lives. Don't just create a list for the sake of it. A listicle should be more than just a collection of random points. It should be a well-thought-out guide that addresses a specific need or problem. Make sure each item on your list provides genuine value and helps your audience solve their problem. By doing so, you'll not only keep them engaged, but also build trust and credibility with your readers. Now let's talk about the power of mystery and intrigue. Headlines that promise a secret or an insider's guide can be incredibly effective. Why? Because everyone wants to be in the know. We're naturally curious, and we're drawn to information that feels exclusive or hidden. When using this formula, it's crucial to choose a topic that genuinely holds secrets or lesser-known information. Don't overpromise and underdeliver. Instead, focus on revealing valuable insights that your audience might not find elsewhere. For example, instead of tips for social media marketing, try the secret to going viral on TikTok, what nobody tells you. See how that sparks curiosity? It suggests there's a hidden formula, a behind-the-scenes strategy that most people don't know about. Just make sure you back up that promise with valuable, actionable content. Remember, the goal is to build trust and establish yourself as an authority, not to mislead your audience. Sometimes the most effective headlines are the simplest. A headline like number adjective, tips for audience topic might seem basic, but it works. It's clear, it's concise, and it tells the reader exactly what to expect. The key here is to choose an adjective that resonates with your target audience. Think about their desires, their pain points, and their aspirations. For example, if you're targeting new entrepreneurs, you might use adjectives like proven, actionable, or easy. If you're targeting experienced marketers, you might use adjectives like advanced, data-driven, or cutting-edge. The number you choose is also important. Odd numbers tend to perform better than even numbers, and smaller numbers like 5 or 7 are more digestible than larger numbers. Remember, the goal is to make your content as approachable and digestible as possible. Don't overcomplicate things with long, convoluted headlines. Keep it simple, keep it relevant, and keep it focused on your audience. Finally, let's talk about headlines that challenge the status quo. These are the headlines that make you stop scrolling and take notice. They grab your attention and make you think twice about what you thought you knew. Headlines that start with "what nobody tells you about" topic can be incredibly effective. They tap into a natural human curiosity and a desire to uncover hidden truths. Why? Because they create a sense of intrigue and exclusivity. They make the reader feel like they're about to learn something that isn't common knowledge, something that could give them an edge. They suggest that there's more to the story than meets the eye, and that you're about to get the inside scoop. This feeling of being in on a secret can be very compelling. This type of headline works particularly well for topics that are often misunderstood or surrounded by myths. It promises to debunk common misconceptions and provide clarity. For example, instead of the benefits of meditation, try what nobody tells you about meditation and why you should start today. This not only highlights the benefits but also hints at unique insights that aren't widely known. See how that piques your curiosity? It makes you wonder what you've been missing out on and encourages you to read further. It suggests that there are hidden benefits, or perhaps even drawbacks, that most people aren't aware of. This can be particularly effective in areas where there is a lot of misinformation or conflicting advice. When using this formula, it's crucial to back up your claims with credible sources and personal experiences. This adds authenticity and trustworthiness to your content. Don't just make sweeping statements without any evidence. your audience will appreciate the effort you put into providing well-researched and accurate information. Remember, the goal is to educate and empower your audience, not to mislead them. By offering valuable insights and debunking myths, you can build a loyal following that trusts and respects your content. And when your audience feels informed and enlightened, they're more likely to share your content with others, expanding your reach and impact. So next time you're crafting a headline, think about what nobody tells you. Use it to spark curiosity, provide value, and ultimately break the mold. So there you have it, 5 proven formulas for writing headlines that get clicks. Remember, your headline is your first and often only chance to make a good impression. Don't be afraid to experiment with these formulas and see what works best for your audience. Pick one formula and write 5 different headlines for your next video or post. And hey, while you're at it, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more actionable tips on mastering your online presence. I'll see you in the next video.